Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is Sadina Constantine here at G-Box Tarot coming at you live. I hope everybody is feeling well and looking swell today. I do apologize. I've been on a hiatus for a few days, but we are back with another read. So if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you again for all your donations, all your likes, shares, subscribes, and all your support. It is so appreciated. Thank you so much. And so let's go ahead and see what Tarot has to say today. Let's go ahead and get a prayer in before we get started. Divine, Most High, above all, most loving ancestors, crossed over loved ones, crossed over pets, archangels in heaven, spirit guides and spirit animal guides. Thank you so much for clearing out my energy and protecting my energy as I give this clear and concise message to my beautiful, wonderful collective out there. This is going to be more of a personal read today, collective. We bind and cast all money blockages, all lies, slander, deceit, all spell work, any divination or identity theft, and any other negative, foul, future spirit that has come into this energy. We bind and cast it into the dry places. We send it into the dry ground in the mighty, precious name of Jesus. And all God's people said, Amen. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay? All right, so I got some new cards. But the messages and the downloads that I've been getting here lately is that I feel like, collective, if you've got a court case going on, because, you know, here on Jukebox Tarot, we'll be pulling court cases a lot. So the message that Spirit has been giving me, or the download I've been receiving, is that there are going to be law enforcement cops. We got some dirty cops here, okay, guys? And we also have, I've been receiving, like, there's an investigation going on that maybe not be known to the public, or it's not been on the news just yet. I feel like there is like an audit going on or an internal investigation going on in this department, specifically to do to where you may have a court case going on, whether it be a theft case or false reports made on you, false charges, what have you. Just take it where it fits, collective. Like I said, always use discernment when watching tarot. Take the meat and leave the bones. If it resonates, take it. If it don't, if it smells like cologne, leave it alone, baby, okay? So, mouth's already getting dry. They don't want me to talk. My sage is on fire. Okay, I'm just so excited to get this out to you guys. Okay, so I want to start with Deviant Moon Tarot, so we're going to try first, and then I have these true crime oracle cards that we're going to do first, and then we'll jump in the tarot and see what tarot has to say. Come through, Spirit. What does this almost personal read for my beautiful, beautiful, wonderful collective out there need to know? I'm hearing mental health services. Maybe mental health services will be involved with either you or the person that may be making false allegations towards you. Or the person that, it could be that whoever is stealing from you is claiming that you have mental health issues. I'm hearing 2 attorneys, 2 cops, and a judge. Sounds like a joke, you know. Hey, you know, 2 attorneys, 2 cops, and a judge watching a bar one day, you know. I wouldn't be able to finish it, but that's how Spirit just pitched it to me. So I feel like that there's been a lot of they haven't been taking things very seriously. They've been getting away with a lot of shit for a long time, and so therefore they've been kind of like brushing stuff off like it's no big deal, it's not going to touch them, and now it's starting to touch them, and they're starting to get worried. So I feel like could be narcotics investigation, or the people that run the narcotics division is going to be getting investigated. It may be to where this person may lose. They think they're going to gain a position, but I feel like they're going to lose their position, and that all the cases that they ever brought to the courts is going to have to come into question. And so that's going to be a lot of revenue for the court that the court's going to have to lose and recharge, or try to recharge. But, you know, you can't go back and just rearrest people if they don't have the actual, what is it, the drugs or the alcohol or the stolen property in their possession anymore, because they've already been arrested for it. So they have to throw those cases out. And so be aware that people are probably going to be getting the same thing happen to them, just with somebody else than a different name. So I feel like this sort of fraud and theft and corruption runs deep in this county, okay? Whatever county, whatever that means to you, collective. If you're from a good old boy county, then I'm speaking to you. If not, then it's not for your read, okay, guys? So let's go ahead and see what these cards have to say. So right off the bat, we got the investigator's path, okay? And then I have the, what was the other one? That's it. Okay, so the investigator's path. Put my glasses on. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh. I know that I have, you may have a lot of, your haters that are your biggest fans collective. They're really keeping their eye on you right now. They're trying to find a way back into your good graces, and they're trying to use, you know, love bomb you, or trying to get, you know, old tactics that they may have used on you in the past that used to, you know, work you over, and the manipulation tactics that they used in the past is not working now. And I feel like you're standing your ground on that. Your boundaries are real firm. You're not dealing with it, okay? We're healing over here. Okay, that's what I got to say. So somebody's healing right now, and you know what? You have to not re-traumatize yourself by getting back in this person's energy because they're not healed yet. So back to the read. The investigator's path. Approach your challenges with a detective mindset. Break down complex situations into smaller parts and methodically analyze each element. Stay focused on uncovering the core issues. All right, so I feel like that. Keep it simple. Like, whatever your concerns are or whatever your suspicions are, it's very important, collective, that you write it down, simplify it as much as you can, so that when you have to speak this to, say, like, I don't know, somebody's investigating the department, or if you have to go get another attorney, or if you have to just speak to the attorney that you have now, or a private investigator, just take it where it fits, collective. You need to be able to speak it clearly and to where it's understandable without the emotion behind it so much. So I feel like Spirit wants you to practice doing that, so you're not getting lost in the emotion part of it, and it kind of takes you off on a tangent, okay? So you want to be very detailed and stick to the list of what you know, what your suspicions are, and what you want, okay? And the investigator's path. So when I says here, with a detective's mindset, okay? They do a lot of listening and observing. You may need to do some more observing of your surroundings, is what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing with that as well. See what's really going on around you, the energy, the patterns. Patterns will tell you everything. The legal compass. Align your actions with ethical and legal standards, okay? Ensure that you're re-informed about relevant rules and regulations in your decisions. Integrity and legality should guide your conduct. Okay, so this is telling me, collective, that you may need to be, you definitely have to have an attorney help you with this, because there's going to be some loopholes that you're going to need to be aware of, okay? And even though it says align your actions with ethical and legal standards are not always ethical, okay? So, but you need to make that a point. That's going to be the key word that you're going to use in your case, is ethical, okay? These people that have this position in the courthouse, you know, or, you know, just say like if they're your guardian or a handler or something like to that effect. We're talking about the department. We're definitely talking about the judicial system here, okay? We're definitely talking about courthouse positions, judges, notaries, county clerks, and all the way down to law enforcement, okay? I feel like FBI is going to be up these people's rear end with a flashlight, okay? And nothing's getting past them either. I'm also hearing there may be, if you're a gambler, if you know that there were some games inside some of the convenience stores in your area, those games are now been taken out. That is going to give you a clue that federal boys are in town, okay? The cipher of clarity. Decode complex situations with a clear mind. Use critical thinking to simplify what I just said, to simplify and understand intricate problems. Clarity in analysis will lead to effective solutions. So that's what I'm saying. So you need to, like, bring all of what you feel and have, and that you're upset with, that you know is wrong, that you know that you did not do. You need to make those bullet points, but be very clear, okay? Make it very simple, and make sure that you try to keep your emotion as very even keel, okay? When you get ready to go to court, or when you're ready to give your interview or whatever, if you have to go down to the police station and give your statement, you want to be calm, cool, collect, and very organized and simplified, okay? Basically, like they tell you when you're on the stand, it's going to be yes or no answers, right? Try to keep it at yes or no answers, but make your point very clear, okay? Now we have The unveiling light. Okay, and Spirit told me to leave this at 4 on this deck right here. So we're going to put those down. Let light. I like how this card looks. Look. I don't know. The color red could be very significant right now. Red light district. You know, the color red is going to be very specific for some of you out there. Maybe not for everyone, but for some of you. I feel like red is going to be, maybe you should wear the color red when you go to court. Not like the whole red jumpsuit or anything like that, but I feel like Spirit wants you to have some sort of red implemented into your outfit. I don't know why that, but that's what Spirit's giving me right now. It says, let light shed on hidden aspects of your situation. Seek clarity through exploration and inquiry. Illumination of obscure areas will lead to better understanding and resolution. Ooh. Okay, so I feel like, collective, you may be shining a light on some details that has been very, not very clear as far as an investigation goes, okay? You may have the key to solving some sort of crime. And I feel like maybe this department, these law officials don't want you to be speaking on these key facts that will solve this crime, because I feel like they may be involved. Okay, we're talking about planted evidence and possibly overdoses here, or being masked as overdoses. These might be controlled kills under the disguise of an overdose, is what Spirit just told me as well. Ooh, boy, that's a lot going on right there. I'm hearing sex cult real heavy with that. I'm hearing like it's in the family, but the family is also runs the town or runs the courthouse, or they have a lot of connections in the courthouse. They have a lot of connections with this sort of cult coven, which is much like a family, so to speak. So even if it's in a larger town, collective, I feel like that these may be Masons you're dealing with. Okay. Antique stores is very significant right now. That just came through. It's saying the back section of an antique store. It's going to give you a clue. You may find something there that was taken from somebody that's now deceased, and they may have had a suspicious death at that. So that's going to be very specific, not for every one of you, but that's going to be very specific. I feel like there's going to be things found in this antique store that came from pretty wealthy families, as a matter of fact, that had died suddenly or under suspicious circumstances, but the autopsies revealed it was natural causes. But the family does not feel like it was, if that makes any sense. Okay, that may be somebody you know, or that may be specific to you, collective. All right, we'll take them all, Spirit. All right, so we got Justice in the reverse, the Moon in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, shit's going down in the courthouse, ain't it? All right, and then we have Seven of Wands in the reverse. Dang, and the Ace of Pentacles. But look at the dragon, okay? They made a deal with the devil, literally. And he is absolutely here to collect right now on these people. So these people, I'm telling you, they were probably doing some sort of sex cult, sex magic. I'm hearing child trafficking as well. Human trafficking for sure. Animal sacrifice is definitely there. I'm hearing in the backwoods. But I feel like wherever this place may be, you may be living around a very wooded area. Okay? And it's going to be discovered that there may be something found on some of these properties that is going to connect these. I'm hearing organized crime, but very sadistic. Like this is going to be very dark, collective. When all the facts come out on the table and these people wind up going to prison, I'm hearing there's going to be death penalties for some of them. Yeah, that's how bad this is. And then we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so what I see with this collective is that you're not going to have to defend yourself, okay, against this new beginning, okay? You got the Ace of Pentacles here, so you definitely have money coming in. They have no defense on where, they can't defend or say where they got this money in order to prevent themselves from going to jail, okay? So there's a lot of lies. I feel like they couldn't wash this money. Whatever money they stole from someone in my collective, and they've been getting away with for some time, I feel like you're going to catch it in the nick of time. Like you're finally going to catch a clue in Denmark. You're going to go get you an attorney, and they're going to find this right before you're completely broke. With the justice in the reverse, this is definitely somebody from the courthouse. So I feel like we got some dirty attorneys here that have been doing this to people for quite some time. That secret is fixing to come out with the moon in the reverse. We also have the Knight of Pentacles. They're going to lose their bar. They're going to lose their job. I feel like these attorneys are probably already like dropping clients that they were stealing from because they know they're already being investigated and getting hemmed up. And so they're trying to remove themselves far enough away from this theft, this crime as they can. But it's not going to work. They're going to be indicted for every single theft they had to play a part in. There's no getting away from any of it. And I feel like there's going to be one specific case that's going to blow the lid off of the other ones. That's literally going to, these people that gained millions of dollars, I'm hearing trust funds as well. Like people that do the trust, that set up the trust. There's some bad trusts out there too, people, okay? I won't say a specific name, but you have to make sure they are 30 plus years in the business, and you really need to get them. You need to do your research before you decide to put your money in certain trusts, because not everybody is as good as they say they are. They may even be named after a church, but it ain't a godly one. You feel me? So here in the near future, we also have the Six of Cups. So this was a gift that was given to you in the past. Queen of Wands. But you may have somebody from your past that's coming back around that had something to do with you receiving this money. This could be a private investigator. But this private investigator is not on the up and up either. This private investigator is also involved with this attorney for stealing from you. And she gets around. She may have been using sex as a way to get into your good graces. And this is going to be from a masculine's, okay? As a way to manipulate you. She's very vindictive. Vindictive, money hungry, possibly has an STD. Now we got the Five of Wands, okay, in the reverse. Right, no, Six of Wands, I'm sorry. This this is what I'm seeing for the outcome. Now, we both know what I just said about the attorneys getting hemmed up here recently in the past. Okay, so they're already getting investigated, possibly indicted, okay? You're in the present energy right now. What's coming out is that they know they're going to jail. They're not going to be able to stay out of jail. This money is literally going to put them in jail because they're able to trace the money, and there's no defense for them to say that they had nothing to do with laundering this money or taking this money. Like, it's clear as day. And what's coming out too, and I feel like this is going to be the snitch of the bunch. The private investigator that was working with the attorney is the one that's snitching to keep her own ass out of jail. But she's not even going to have victory with that. She's still going to have to pay restitution and go and probably do some time. She's definitely going to lose her license, and she ain't going to be, none of these people are going to be able to carry a firearm anymore. I'm just say that. I'm just say that much. She may be already losing her hair. I feel like she's getting a lot of Botox, and she's trying to change her appearance because she's been stressing so hard about this case that's coming up that she's trying to get a lot of, you know, when you go to the day spas, you get the Botox, you get the fillers, you know, make you look fresh, like you're not stressed and pressed, right? She's overeating. She's gained a lot of weight, possibly. This is how you're going to know who this is, okay? This doesn't have to be specifically a private investigator for you, but this could be somebody that's involved with your family or the attorneys that is ultimately got cornered and is ready to snitch this other attorney out that probably hired her or him to be in cahoots with them to get this money from you, okay? It was definitely a partnership that this person was in, okay? But you're going to know who this person is because one is hiding out. Like, they don't even want to be seen. They may be at their house, you know, locked in their den, you know, drinking heavily. I'm hearing scotch on the rocks. Johnny Walker Red, possibly. Yeah, I'm hearing like they're sitting in the dark. This attorney is sitting in the dark. This could be like a law firm. But it's definitely the attorney that was involved with whatever theft was done to you, collective. You're going to find out. There's no defense against it. And the person that helped them do this, that was the closest to them, that actually got you to fall for some sort of okie doke. Maybe you signed something, or maybe you gave this person permission to take something out of your bank account for just, you know, or maybe you gave them permission to cash a check or something like that, to that effect. Or maybe you gave them permission to use your debit card one time. This person took advantage of that, is what I see. Come through, Spirit. So what's the outcome? What is the outcome? Well, we know the outcome for these two goofy ass motherfuckers. Stupid asses. You would think they would be smarter than that, since they, they spent all that money on that college and got all them fancy, law degrees, carrying a gun and all that jazz, taking up, an oath to protect and support the people and do the right thing. But no, these people went to school in order to learn how to be a better thief and get more money type thief. Okay, they didn't want to be just your common thief. So what they did is that they went to school and got licenses and education so that they could do it on a whole nother scale. Okay, so these people have always been criminals. Now they're getting caught. All right, so now I feel like we're going to be talking about the what am I hearing? DA now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups in the reverse. Well, there's no more confusion and illusion. This DA, this district attorney that's investigating the department, or probably this person might be being investigated herself, but she's on the up and up is what I see. There's no more confusion and illusion that this person is really going to be bringing this truth home. So I feel like you may have had a case where you were falsely accused, collective, and this DA was really like gunning for you, like the state picked it up type shit. When all this evidence comes out about what's going on, this person is going to be the one that's going to stand up for you. And when I say the Empress, this is going to be effortlessly, because she's really good at what she does. That may be why if you do have a court case going on, that may be why they're resetting it and stalling on it, because there may have been some stuff that came to light. Okay, which is causing a major fucking tower moment. Possibly for your attorney, if you have one, or if you have a court-appointed attorney, or if you just have an attorney. This district attorney that's, trying to take you to court and put you in jail, right? But the attorney that's supposed to be representing you, I feel like, and the private investigator that's working with this attorney, this prosecutor is looking more into them than you being the, criminal, okay? So there's something going on behind the scenes that's going to bubble up here. And I feel like it's going to be, well, we got January. Remember, I told you I've been pulling December and January. But it's definitely going to be by March and April that this shit's really going to hit the fan. So what's going to happen to my collective, Spirit? Ooh. Well, what's going to happen is that you may not have any more ships coming in. This may be your only opportunity, your only chance in order to salvage whatever they have not been able to steal. Yeah, there's definitely a balance left, but it's not much. I'm hearing 300K, maybe 3 million, depending on how much your estate was worth. It may be $300. I don't know. We'll see. The Star, you are definitely in the spotlight right now. I feel like you've made some lifestyle changes, or you just decided to change the people that you hang around because you are being watched, possibly, or somebody is watching you. I feel like they may have some corrupt law officials watching you, because that's why you're in the spotlight, okay? But you also have success. We got the World next. I feel like you closed out some sort of cycle, whether it be with some sort of addiction, whether it be with some sort of just some sort of lifestyle that you were used to living, whether it be overspending. Just you're making some changes. So you're completing some sort of cycle, some sort of karmic cycle, not only with yourself, but with others, okay? And you're taking control. You're taking control of your life, okay? And if you do, collective, that means you're going to have your 10 of Cups. So what I see with this is that you're going to heal from this. You do have a balance. It may not be what you want. There is a delay with that coming in, because I feel like the attorney that you may have that is representing you, and whatever private investigator is involved or works with them, is being investigated by the department. And the other attorney that's involved with these attorneys, it's a whole organized crime type thing going on. It's conspiracy is what it is. We got the Page of Swords. Yeah, there may be a lot of talk going on within the sheriff's department and the courthouse. Like, there's people whispering these rumors. Okay, so these rumors are getting around, and it ain't very good. And somebody may be spying on these other attorneys that were in cahoots with these two that are getting there. When I say, oh God, Lee, it's like a RICO, a Ponzi scheme even. When I say these people are going down, like they're literally going to spend the rest of their life in prison because They're probably 40, 50 years old is what I'm hearing. They're going to have to pay back millions of dollars. Like, I don't even know if they have the money to pay this back, because I feel like what's going to happen is that the FBI is really going to get up these, and the IRS, not just the FBI, the IRS is going to, they can file bankruptcy all they want, right? They're going to be taking everything from the diddle-eyed Joe to damned if I know, okay? They're going to have to liquidate all their assets. So even if they were able to put properties in other people's names, the thing about this is what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing, and this has been coming out for a while, y'all, is that they know these people have been doing this for some time. So this is not just something they just started doing like a year ago. This has been an ongoing investigation. So I feel like the FBI and the IRS already know where they transferred and whose names they put these properties into, because they were watching these accounts very closely and where the money went, okay? Even if they cashed a check at a bank and just decided to go bury it under their house or put it on their mattress, there was a private investigator watching them do this, okay? Because somebody snitched them out. Now we have the hangman in the reverse. Yeah, you're no longer going to be stuck, collective. You're going to be free. Free to go. I don't see you going to jail. I see you getting blessed. I feel like because of this coven, this cult coven, trying to do so much dark spell work on you to prevent you from knowing the truth and to be able to keep siphoning this from you, because like I said, it's a family affair. This could be like the family of the judge, the family of the law officials, whoever. But they're all connected in some way. And they do a lot of heavy dark spell work. Like, they do a lot of sex magic. They do a lot of sacrifice. Yes, they do. Yeah, they try to sacrifice you. They betrayed you quite a bit. They stole a lot from you too. We got the high priestess in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like the person that you may be with right now may be trying to be this high priestess. Maybe she was the one that was picked and ordained to come in here and do this to you. Oh man, what was this one? We got the Six of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's no reconciliation. There's no moving on to calmer waters with that. And what I mean by that, collective, with the High Priestess in the reverse and we got the Six of Swords in the reverse, it's like I feel like this person wants to try to get through this tedious time, because it's becoming very apparent that the dark spell work ain't working. In fact, it's backfiring. And the more they try to come at you, collective, the more it backfires. Like, they're speeding up the timeline by trying to use more dark spell work on you. You feel me? So the more they use, the quicker this demise, their own demise, is taking place. Like, the faster cases are coming in on them, the faster they're going to end up losing money, the faster they're fixing to go to jail. There's no getting around it. And Spirit's giving it very clear warning. If they keep continuing to do this dark spell work, they won't even make it to court. They'll be in the ground. Along with all the other shit that they buried. Trying to get this shit to stick to you. They were very foolish about that. Yeah, they took a risk doing that. They sure did. You may have some sort of a swamp area around your house. You may have some sort of ponds or any kind of water, standing water around your house. That's where they're putting this shit in. It has something to do with that too. So if you have like a creek or a ditch around your house, that's on your property or whatever, you may have noticed that, people have been walking up on your property. It's because they're burying shit or they're putting it in the water around your house in order to make this shit work. They really think all the bippity bip bops and the hippity hip lops is going to work. Surprise, surprise. I won't be surprised if one of them gets bit by a snake sneaking up on your property. Water moccasin, I just heard. Woo, water moccasin. Woo, somebody's going to get bit by a water moccasin. Fucking around doing this shit on your property. You're highly protected. You're highly protected, collective. You definitely have somebody that is protecting you, whether it be a crossover loved one, an angel, Most High, or all of the above. It's your ancestors for sure. They're coming through real heavy. Like, they didn't even know who you were. They try to get into your Akashic records. They try to get DNA on you. But I'm hearing like the DNA test got mixed up with somebody else's, so they got the wrong information. They may have even sent you the wrong information. If you went through Ancestry.com and you got your DNA back, it wasn't your true DNA. They got yours mixed up with somebody else. So you may be discovering that you actually have Native American blood in your DNA. Wouldn't that be something? Wow, they want to get your birth chart and your DNA and all your, your bodily fluids and a stool sample and all that jazz, right? And come to find out they got the wrong information. They gathered the wrong data for the information that they needed to do the spell work. Oh, oops. Oh, now we got the 8 of Wands. Oh boy. right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry, 9 of Wands. Oh, I was going to look at this card because it's the first time I'm using these cards. So obviously, yeah, they're stressed and pressed and up all night, can't sleep. They're being haunted by your ancestors, man. Your ancestors don't play when it comes to you. They don't. Your ancestors are having a very fun and good time tormenting these people. I feel like these people are not only losing their energy, they're losing their patience. They're very angry, possibly, and they are losing their bowels. I'm also hearing that they're having a lot of nightmares. Maybe not so much nightmares as they are vivid. Like they're waking up and they're not able to tell the difference if they were asleep or awake, or if they were awake the whole time. That's another thing I'm hearing. They do a lot of fire magic. A lot of fire magic. Something to do with the smoke. I'm also hearing you may be seeing, like, looks like your tires got pissed on, or you're somewhere on your vehicle looks like a dog pissed on it. No, that's them pissing on your shit, trying to make this shit stick to you as well. They do that. They'll pee on your items. They'll pee on your car. They'll try to pee on you, or they'll pee on something that you like to sit on, or wherever you frequent, collective. You may notice that you'll smell like urine afterwards. That is them trying to do a domination spell on you to dominate you and your energy. Yeah, what I said, 2 of Swords. Yeah, baby. They fighting themselves now. But they woke up a whole mess up. They woke up a hornet's nest, man. They may even be trying to get a hornet's nest. I'm hearing that you can, sell those for money. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Now we have the 2 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, somebody's definitely getting a divorce. They're breaking up. What is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, now we got the 7 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, and they're not going to be able to steal from you no more. This person was tricking you and stealing from you and trying to do this dark spell work on you to keep you frazzle-dazzle, and to keep you in such a, to keep you to where you were pacified, that you were very passive about the abuse, possibly. Okay? They tried to seduce you, but no, they're not able to seduce you anymore. In fact, you're breaking up with these people, this person. So this could be somebody that you were dating. They probably sent somebody in to be, to keep tabs on you, or to date you, or to, whatever. And it just you ended up getting this really toxic relationship, and now it's now it's out of hand. And now you got all this, your shit's being taken, your money's being stolen, your property's being destroyed, and you got fucking charges on you. And the whole shit and shebang, when it comes to a head and all the facts come out on the table, is that, it's not just you this is happening to. This is an ongoing thing that's been happening to a lot of people. And the sad part about it is that there's lives lost in this thing, this ordeal, and they're not even looking for the person that actually did the murders of these people, these ODs, these controlled overdoses. Yeah. Oh, let's get them all dosed up and then go drop them off on somebody else's doorstep. They got about 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But they're not looking for the motherfucker that actually did that part. No, they want to hit him up the person where they found the body at. And that person is probably clueless and doesn't have a clue in Denmark about why this person decided to show up at their house on this particular day and not wake up. Coincidence? Could be. Or it could be just a if you had a lot of strange things like that happening more than once, collective, if you know somebody that's happened to more than once, it's very possible that just could be this coven, this people stealing from them, constantly doing that to them, trying to get them hemmed up, on a negligent homicide or manslaughter, or I don't know what kind of charge they give you if you have somebody OD in your house and you knew there were drugs there. Even if you didn't know there were drugs there, if you're the owner of the house and there's drugs found in your house, you're automatically going down. Okay. I'm also hearing this because these corrupt officials are also trying to snake properties away from people. Yeah, they're stealing people's lands, inheritances, taking over on estates. And when I say that this has been going on for a long time, honey, this has been a family thing for generations. And I mean generations. Dark moon in the past. Yeah, they've been doing this for a long time. And the moon rising is a truth. So there's going to be a power shift here. I feel like there's a lot of children that have been abused behind this cult coven. And these members are finally going to prison to be publicly displayed for the atrocious acts that they have done towards these children. Their voices will be heard, is what I heard. Oh yeah, they will be heard. And the people that ever had a hand in that will be on public display. Why am I hearing tweezers and a blowtorch? Is what they got to look forward to. The falling moon, release blocks. Okay, so I feel like because you are now letting a lot of this go, collective, I feel like that you are learning to depend on the divine and trust in him more so than people or attorneys or whatever, because you've been misled in so many ways and taken advantage of in so many ways that you don't know where to go, what to do. Like you have to depend on the divine. It's like you literally have to just lean on the divine now. And he's not going to fail you. You don't really have to do anything except just stay true, stay in line. And like I said, when you go talk to the other attorney, this new attorney that you're fixing to get, or this new private investigator that you're fixing to hire, or if you have to talk to some sort of other investigator that's investigating the department that wants to come in and get a statement from you for some reason, just be very clear, be very simple, and be calm. Because if you do that, you're going to get your point across a lot easier, and they're going to take your testimony a lot more serious. Okay? You're not going to be this frazzle-dazzle crazy person that nobody, wants to listen to. They're trying to discredit your word by putting these charges on you. They're trying to probably even put you in jail for perjury, I'm hearing. One more, and then I'm going to have to go, y'all. Here we go. So now we have the moon's moment. Synchronicity. Baby, I cannot make that up. You know what? In time is on my side. Yes, it is. These people tried to delay till the statute of limitations was up. And then they also tried to steal the time that you needed to bond with family, or, they really attacked your foundation. They attacked your family. They attacked your friends. They attacked your work. But I feel like you jumped timelines, collective. You may have had an incident happen in your life where you actually lost time. Like you woke up and you were like, damn, I lost 30 minutes. How did that happen? And you may have discovered that your odometer went backwards possibly on your vehicle. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, collective. Well, that is what I have for you today. I hope that it gave you some clarity. At least, if not, at least it was fun, right? And yeah, just leave your comment in the comment section, and just know that you are blessed and highly favored. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. And until we read again, this is Sadina here at Jukebox Tarot, coming at you live. Get you some, babes.